I'll take complete blame for it. Anyway, we're going to bring in our featured artist of the week. This is this is going to be the last featured artist on the double wide show here. Next week we're going to be combining everything. But this band, we had a review of them on the website recently, and they're so good. They're from New York City. I believe it's Long Island, right, guys?
Yep.
And their take on music and what they're doing as far as the theme is really interesting. As far as their name, if you look it up, Paper Nautilus. I'm going to let them just explain a little bit, and then normally we'd go and we would listen to their song, which was Pacific Street that we just listened to. But we're not going to do that because we just listened to the song. So, guys, sorry about all the confusion. Thanks for hanging out with us.
How's it going?
So why don't we introduce yourselves and then tell us, whoever wants to, tell us about the name Paper Nautilus and your guys' kind of take and view on what you're doing with music in that sense.
Okay. Hi, I'm John. I play bass.
I'm Will. I play guitar and I sing. I'm Joe. I play guitar and I sing.
And I'm Dan, and I play drums, and that's it.
Yeah, we're huge Earth, Wind, and Fire fans. So
yeah, let's mash it all together. Yeah.
It's huge influence by them. So anyway, our band name, Paper Nautilus, it's actually a funny story. We were searching for a band name for a while, and for a bit we were going with the name Warhawk, which three-quarters of us really liked, but
Warhawk.
Yeah, so that didn't stick. And then my sister was actually going through some oceanography book, looking at species, and she came across Paper Nautilus. She's like, "Oh, this would be a really cool band name," and we were sold from there. That was good.
It is cool. It is cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been working for us too, in terms of, we pull a lot of influence from nature and the ocean, obviously. So it definitely works on multiple levels.
Grew up on Long Island, so the ocean's a huge influence on us. So a marine animal, I think, is
I thought that was interesting.
The Nautilus part. Only fitting to be our band name. Yeah.
Cool. So this is when we'd have you introduce your song Pacific Street. But we're just going to go ahead and get deeper with Dave.
Oh, God. Yeah, it gets deeper with Dave.
Hopefully
deeper with Dave. Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by...
All right, guys.
Hey.
It's kind of funny. You all cracked open a beer like 20 minutes ago, and you're all on your third already, like at the same pace too. It's pretty interesting.
Someone's
counting at least.
All right, so what we did not chat about before the show was some of your influences, man. So let's kind of do like a rapid fire because we got John, Will, Joe, and Dan. I'll play, we got bass, drums, guitars, mixed. Why don't you give three bands that have influenced you in your playing style, just rapid fire across the board, starting with John.
All right, I like the Chili Peppers, Cody and Cambria, and I would say Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Oceana, the hardcore band, not the deathcore band. Taking Back Sunday and Thrice.
Oh wow! All right,
three huge ones right there.
For me, definitely Mars Volta, Circa Survive, and Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh, good one.
Good one. Mine are definitely Nirvana first, then Foo Fighters, and then
another Dave Grohl band.
Only
Dave Eric Queen.
Yeah, well, maybe Stone Age or them Crooked Vultures.
Three Dave bands.
So, man, all right, guys, look at that. Now that's interesting, man. You got four guys. You named 12 different bands, and you mash it all together, and that's what created Paper Nautilus. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what one
None
thing.
Of us said brand new.
None of us said brand new.
Well, that's our main.
That's our common denominator.
Brand new and Taking Back Sunday.
We all love the same stuff, but I'm more of the grunge guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, especially in John's bass playing, you can hear the Flea influences, and I feel like in my guitar solos or just in my guitar passages alone, I channel a lot of Tepe from from Thrice. I mean, he's like one of my favorite guitarists of all time.
No, Will, that's a good point because I see I see how John and Dan kind of blend together, and it seems like there's like a grunge overlap in their influences. So I heard that, man. But then you bring in the guitars, and that's when it kind of gets harder.
Yeah.
It kind of goes like harder than grunge, and starts to kind of define its a new style there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with different guitars, dude, it's a different sound. It's almost like that. Yeah. You kind of brought it to a specific level with your playing style. But yeah, we're also talking before the show just about like the hard rock. My critique on this was I thought the vocals were a little quiet, but in your other songs, you said they kind of come forward more, and you've kind of given you've given carte blanche to your producer and your engineer to kind of mix it in the way that he feels is best for your sound.
Right.
But talk a little about just the whole like engineering and the mixing process. Are you all just like you're all in a room, you're all just kind of like piping in your comments? Is that kind of how it works?
This is
Actually,
the room.
This is the room where everything except for the drums was recorded.
Drums are recorded
in
live
here.
somewhere else.
And you can't see it, but we have like some nice amps in here and really good effects. So a lot of it took place in here. We actually recorded drums at his house.
In the basement.
Good acoustics down there, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But using this like kind of like room thing, the way we want to go with our full length album is we plan on it, and we're not just planning on it, we're going to do it. Yeah. Because there's no excuse at this point. We want to record an album on location, on the east end of Long Island, on the South Fork and the North Fork, in actual houses, and we want to use natural reverbs.
And
oh, no shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's like, you know what, that's almost Dave Grohl-esque. He had kind of a project that he did. He kind of created his album on the road in different studios.
Yes.
We want to
Interesting.
record,
That's a documentary.
Yeah.
Like the wind and like actual elements from
we want to we want to really pull from the environment, and we obviously want to do it in the off season too, so it'll be quieter and there'll be less people around too. So it's going to be a more
cheaper,
obviously cheaper. I mean, that's number
well,
one.
yeah. I mean, you guys talked about indie budget, which is most often basically no budget. It's basically nothing. But you said you guys are proud of this record. I mean, and I would be. If you have basically no money to work with, and you create a great sound, which is enough to start getting you shows.
Thank you.
And to start booking tours. If you're achieving that, then you're making it happen.
Yeah.
And that. But aside from that, the next album, like what's like the next year or two looking for you guys? Do you want to just hit the road more, or do you want to kind of stay regional?
I think right now,
festival.
Yeah, we like to obviously get more regional stuff right now. We're hoping to play Montauk Music Festival coming up and Great South Bay Music Festival. Fingers crossed. Everybody pray for us, please. But we definitely like to get out there more. Whereas
like
right now, East Coast
DC,
tour,
Philadelphia.
I think we're going to be shooting for early to mid fall to sit down and really record this album. We've been writing now for almost a year.
Yeah, year.
To fill out, an 8 or 9 song single side of a double LP.
Yeah.
So we're hoping for 18 songs in total, which is.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So it's ambitious, but Danny and me have been playing music together for, I don't even know, 12 years now or something like that. We have so many ideas backlogged in our brains that we're just waiting to bring it out.
Yep.
And you two have been playing music for
8-9 years now.
Yeah. So
these two groups of friends, me and Patty, John and Joe, came together.
So it's funny.
Former bands.
You made the connection between these two, but it's really these two. Yeah. We've been playing together forever.
All right, guys. Cheers, man. Cheers to you guys. Joe, come on back, brother.
All right, guys. So, that was good stuff. So we're going to wrap it up with you guys because this show only goes about 30 minutes. But what I'd like for you to do is if you could just let everybody know where we can find your music. And I want to let everybody know real quick, I figured out the problem. So we're going to listen to the song that I meant to listen to earlier after this. So, guys. So let us know where we can find your music if you're playing around town or anything like that in the near future.
Yeah, so I think
Social media shout outs, anything?
Yeah, Danny's
Yeah.
our social media guy.
Yeah, I'm the manager on all that stuff. So we have a Twitter, P-Not-L-I, is Twitter.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice.
Yeah, the Instagram is
Paper
Paper
Nautilus,
Nautilus,
L-I-N-Y.
L-I-N-Y, and then we have
Facebook,
Paper Nautilus,
L-I-N-Y.
L-I-N-Y.
L-I-N-Y. The tag.
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp is our EPs up there.
Reverb Nation.
Yeah, Reverb Nation.
All the usuals.
And then our next show is April 26th.
Next Wednesday.
In the East Village, New York City,
Yeah,
at Niagara.
a place called Niagara.
Yeah. So next week.
So basically a Google search for Paper Nautilus,
You're gonna
and
get
people
every
will find you.
media thing. Yeah.
Well, you'll get the Argonaut actually.
Yeah, you'll get the Wikipedia page.
yeah,
You'll probably get a Wikipedia page of an
Yeah,
ass.
well, that's the thing about, because what exactly? I mean, we didn't really get into what a Paper Nautilus was. We're out of time, but if everybody just Googles Paper Nautilus, you're not going to find the band necessarily, because it's
This isn't a
Nah,
science.
you're
This
gonna
isn't a
find a
science
sea creature.
podcast.
I would suggest going to Facebook, typing in Paper Nautilus, and then going looking for the band Paper Nautilus and not the page Paper Nautilus. That's like something else. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. I hate to cut
Thanks
you
for
off.
having us, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Don't be strangers. We'd love to have you back on the show. We're changing our format and stuff, and next week, so we're gonna hopefully have you back in the near future. So don't be strangers, okay?
Yeah, of
Awesome.
course.
No
Thank
problem.
you, man. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. I appreciate it.
Cool.